Hello everyone, welcome to this week's session of isiLepark. With us today, we have Atya, one of the instructor for today's event, Art of Mindfulness, happening in Nene in Forest. Okay, so it's nice having you here, Atya, today.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Before we begin, can we ask you to introduce about yourself first?
Yes, sure. Okay, so I guess I'll introduce myself as Atya. I go by many names. My real name is Kursia Amina, but people call me Atya. Then my stage name is also Atya. I started before this Jamu and everything. I am a professional dancer.
Okay.
So before I moved back to Johor, I was dancing professionally dekat KL, freelance, and then for like 5 years before I got married. And when I got married, I moved to Johor. I did my degree in dance in Singapore. So my major is contemporary dance. And then now I do online business, which is Jamu, and also do this mindful wellness thing. Yeah.
Interesting point on the Jamu, because living in modern world, we kind of left that side of our heritage behind. So how do you begin immersing yourself in this kind of business?
Okay, that's a very good question. I think a lot of people tend to forget. A lot of people, like I pointed out in the workshop, I think Instagram has influenced our mind about how it's important for our outer, macam makeup, and then like skincare and everything that to do with your outwardness, how you look and everything. But people tend to forget the main important thing is the inside. If you don't take care of your inside in terms of what you eat, what you drink, even how you feel will affect your outside. That's why macam this that's how also we came up with this idea of wellness and mindfulness, because I feel like we're so busy with everything, the hustle and bustle, working, all these rituals, everything we have to get on all the time, but we don't step back and think about, are we doing this for ourselves? Are we doing this for other people? And Jamu helps me get back to my roots, to get back into tradition and get back that as simple as just drinking Jamu just helps you remind where you come from, that kind of thing. Because of the ingredients also, I handpicked from my parents' house. So benda tu jadi macam like a therapy for me also. So Jamu is not only for like health and also macam internal wellness, but it's also therapy for me. Yeah.
So would you say that your exposure towards Jamu is because of your personal heritage? Because I heard you mention that you are of Javanese ancestry, right?
Yes.
Is your grandparents from Indonesia?
Yeah, so my mom's side, we come from Solo, which is Surakarta, Central Java. That's like an hour away from Jogja. So that's where I feel most connected. I think that's why I always bring back Jamu. I feel like it brings a lot of strong connection with my heritage. So I think that's why macam feel a little bit more closer to Indonesian side, and then like how it helps me also in terms of like strength and everything, because Jamu gives me energy. And also because it's okay for the kids to drink, I make sure diorang pun macam amalkan benda ni from young, so that change the perspective. I want to change the society's idea of Jamu. I don't want people to associate Jamu with just sexuality, because that's what I hear bila I pergi event and I give samples. Oh, this Jamu, and the men especially, oh no,
It's not for me.
It's not for me. And I'm like, no, Jamu is a very general thing. It's not just for women, and especially not just for sex. Itu je.
So, it's safe for children.
Yeah.
It is definitely can be for men as well.
Yes. There's always specific Jamu. Like even if you look up, macam for example you rasa macam or you're feeling a bit tired, maybe you can have like energy booster. You can always just like Google like jamu recipes online and everything. So there's like a lot of series, different recipes, and you can add on whatever you like in it. Macam kalau you suka like rasa honey, you can just add on honey instead of like sugar. You can just add on honey or whatever you like. So jamu is very like flexible, and you can be creative about it.
I just recently, I just remembered in the session there was this participant asking you about, boleh tak I nak campur jamu dengan coklat?
Oh my god, yeah, that was an unexpected question.
I macam dalam hati, seram fikir gabungan.
I
gabungan
also seram. I
coklat.
terus macam sour and sweet. Maybe it will work. I haven't tried that one. Maybe the next one we can try that.
So sebenarnya okay je lah if people would wanna like experiment with their own preference, maybe chocolate, maybe I don't know, as crazy as cheese, because we put cheese.
Yes. You can try whatever. It's like there's a basic ingredient, but you can always mix it up.
So the basic ingredients in jamu would be?
It depends. Macam usually there is always either ginger. Ginger is very common because ginger has a lot of health benefits. Kunyit is also a lot of health benefits. So people always tend to either put these two inside. That's the main. The rest is just add on. Macam for me, like the bunga telang is just to add on color because I wanted to reach out to the Gen Zs, then the more generation is not the younger generation. So I wanted them to be interesting. So jamu just add on color. Like if you want red, you can just put like hibiscus, roselle, Hilton red.
Have you ever like macam when you start incorporating jamu in your life, has it always been daripada kecil ke, or there's a certain phase in your life where you drink jamu religiously?
I think now, betul lah, religiously. I think what started it was that after I had my period, I didn't have bad cramps, but my mom always, macam if she knows I already got my period, she will always prepare the kunyit asam first. And so I would drink it warm or either with ice, and that kind of like helped me have this like ritual, like it's very common, like I'm gonna have every month I'm gonna have this kunyit asam. Dah tahu dah macam tu, right? So I think it's like instilled since teenager, but I never really looked at it as its like importance until like now. Like I feel like there's many people who actually has like underlying problems, but they just don't tell. You're not aware, so you don't know how to help it. You know what I mean? Like if you macam bunga telang tu, it helps reduce anxiety and stress, let's say, and then it helps you sleep better. So maybe if people who have like trouble sleeping, you can drink the bunga telang and make you better. But it really depends on the body. So there's always other alternatives, you know.
It's interesting that jamu helps with people going through their menstrual.
Yeah.
Because personally, I have bad cramps though, and I believe a lot of youngsters like me also struggling with the same pain every month.
I agree.
But what we subscribe ourselves to is the pink pills.
Yes.
The Panadol.
Because you're not aware of the other alternatives. Nobody gave you that, you should try jamu, or because it's very like uncommon now. I feel everybody's just taking the fast route all the time. So sometimes if people know about this, then maybe more people will share this knowledge.
Would it like lessen the pain?
Yes, because it helps you reduce your inflammation because of the turmeric kan. The kunyit helps you macam reduce the swelling. So it also melancarkan your darah, so that's why you less pain lah basically.
So people in Indonesia, I just want to compare the culture and between Indonesia and Malaysia. Are they like still rooted with the jamu punya culture in India everyday life?
Yes, definitely. Like when I'm in Indonesia, like you can hear people like, I feel like nak masuk angin. I'm going to go to the Akasari. I'm like, to do what? Just get a jamu shot. So you go to the Akasari, they have like all these ingredients. You just go to the person and then they will tell you, what is your problem today? You say like, I'm masuk angin, or I'm starting to have a flu. They will do the jamu right there, and then
according to your condition, and
at that moment, and then you drink it. So it's just that shot. Macam I give you guys tadi. So you just I confirm it'll just go.
So diorang macam dah ada traditional pharmacist
Yes,
sendiri
exactly.
lah, in a way kan.
Like in my point of view, macam I can see that, oh my god, they're like a herbalist bartender. It's like, oh, can I get, and then like you get that one shot, and I'm like, wow, I feel like so a lot of people go there just to like take videos.
To take videos.
To take videos of the
it's part of the attraction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I'm of Javanese decency too, but kita dah tak connected lah with our roots back
Yes,
in
very
Indonesia lah. So I don't have the same experience as you. Like you mentioned earlier in the workshop kan, yang you masa the first time you went into womanhood, dapat period, your mom gives you jamu.
Yeah.
So it's different from me because we are not that rooted with our Javanese culture anymore, because maybe the
Generation
our last
gap.
generation yang daripada Indonesia tu dah jauh.
Yeah. Because macam I feel also like it's very different. Macam I can see the Javanese culture and Malay culture. Macam I feel like Javanese, macam they celebrated it. That womanhood was just like a celebration tau. Macam it's like a happy thing. Like over here, I think we're more malu. Like when we have our period, it's kind of like you cannot, tell people, and you're just more shut off. Like, that's taboo. You cannot talk about it. But I think that's the difference with the culture, and I think that's also why we don't have all this turun menurun recipe. And I bet if your generation maintain your jamu recipe, it'll be different than how it tastes with mine. Because it's the air tangan, and then also your preference and my preference. Yeah, so but jamu will never taste the same.
So it's not like it doesn't exist in a specific ingredient, like satu halya, satu kunyit.
No.
Like that.
No, totally not.
So it's more personalized kind of experience.
Like I feel like jamu, you can be creative about it. So maybe your jamu will have like daun sirih, or I might like letak ginger. So it really depends on you.
I see. Apa ingat ni?
Yeah. I started jamu during PKP. So basically, like I only take orders online, and before that I was doing a lot of online business. I was just like, I did air kelapa lah, I did telekong lah, I did a lot of things. So yeah, everybody who knows my Instagram will be like, oh, she's selling something. she's selling something. But this jamu kind of like stuck with me lah. And then I think a lot of people like connected with me and tell me, I kind of like ask for feedback, like did it help you in any way, like did it make you feel better, do you sleep better? So it's kind of nice for people to give me feedback, like, oh, your telang helped me sleep, or like, oh, the kids really enjoy the telang. Telang is so simple, like it's not even jamu, but it's jamu because it helps you tu je.